So after our date, I wanted to go out again. Anna texted me being like, hey, you know, I just want to be friends. Like, you're not my usual type.
But I did like you and stuff. I did.
Yeah.
Well, okay. We forgot an important part of the date was you did ask to kiss me at the end of the date.
Yeah.
And what did you say?
And I said no. Oh God, I'm sorry.
I'm heartbroken.
No.
Did I ask you out again?
No, but you did show up to the JQ Impact Awards. And I was like, wow, this person is like really stalking me right now. I think when you work for a Jewish organization for so long, and I still sort of work for them, but I just got worn out, you know? And every time I went to a Jewish event, a Shabbat or a program, it was networking, it was working. It was like, oh, we should partner together. We should do something. And so if anything, I do like more personal, like, you know, Shabbat dinner with friends and...
Who's more difficult to plan events for, queer people or Jewish people?
Oh God.
Good question.
The thing is that, well, the thing is it was Jewish queer people.
Yeah.
So it was pretty.
Right. I forgot. Yeah.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just, you know, well, the thing is the JQ events also had food.
Right.
And the tickets are more expensive. We did them at people's homes. But I really loved doing like Hebrew Shabbat. And that was my favorite event planning for JQ.
Did you come up with Hebrew Shabbat?
I did not.
Really
Was so JQ was founded in like 2011 or something, or no, 2001. JQ was around for a while before it actually got some recognition, started getting known. But when I came on, so Hebrew Shabbat maybe had like 10, 15 people coming. It was small. And then when I started doing it, it blew up to like 50, 60 people coming.
And like actual cool lesbians.
The cool ones, yeah.
Now it's not cool anymore, Anna. I'm sorry to tell you.
Oh no.
It used to be
tell
so...
Jonah that.
Oh no, it's so cool. It's still really cool.
I mean, I still want to go sometimes. I just got really burnt out, you know? It was being the program director for an organization, and then it's like 4 or 5 events a month, and then you know, like just a lot of planning with the food, with the and then making the flyers and making the ticket pages. And that's what I think, honestly, it's the food. Like Damn Good Dykes Nights, I don't have to worry about the food. It's a bar. It's like you just show up. But, and you know, like with JQ security, we always said that we had to have, and I think it was after the Tree of Life shooting, they really bumped up security with JQ. Like we do background checks, like
on the attendees.
I mean, we have like, there's some security system we work with. I mean, I don't know anymore, but they vet every attendant, every person.
Whoa.
I mean, that's what we're living in right now.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not upset about that.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to feel about it.
Okay.
Well, that's why you can't get tickets at the door, just so you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you've attended before and they know you, maybe it's fine. But
yeah, I show up there and they roll out the red carpet.
Yeah.
They love me there.
Yeah. Well, you hosted the Queer Shabbat, right? Or the Pride Shabbat.
Yes, you were the
with Dylan.
Oh yes.
I know I wasn't there, but
I'd stand up.
Oh, you did stand up. Yeah,
I did some stand up at eCar, and they love me there now.
They love you.
I think there is like, you know, a celebrity in the Jewish queer world that you feel like you're, you know, way more famous than you actually are because it's so
She's calling me out. She's like,
I'm just saying, idiot. Like,
no, I think
it helps. Like when you're in a niche community, like it's like there are only so many queer Jewish comedians.
It's really small.
It's why we are the premier queer Jewish podcast.
Right.
Welcome to Yenta, everybody. The podcast that's sometimes about comedy, sometimes about Judaism, sometimes about queerness, and always about gossip. Today on the podcast we have Anna Goodman, queen of the lesbians. But do your bit first.
And I have a bit first. It's to tell you that go to our Patreon, patreon.com/Yenta. We're going to get juicy gossip right now in this episode, but there is juicier gossip and it exists on our Patreon, and it's literally just too juicy to put here on the regular internet. So go there. We love you. Okay.
Okay, Anna Goodman.
Yes. Also, when I did work for JQ, it was the Jewish queen of the lesbians.
Jewish queen of the lesbians. Now it's just queen of the lesbians.
Yeah.
Where do we start with Anna Goodman?
Well, so like I will say, I was telling you about every third guest tells us like you have to have Anna Goodman on the podcast. You are really a like lesbian celebrity.
She's like if there was like a Venn diagram of like every LA lesbian queer person, Anna would just be like in the middle of it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? How everyone
I feel like I'm
knows
the
each
Kevin
other.
Bacon of
Yes.
lesbians.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
So you run Damn Good Dyke Nights.
Nights.
Yes.
Oh my God,
excuse me.
It's so embarrassing for you.
It's just one
so
night, actually. Just one night a year.
And that's like, I mean, you're just like the biggest lesbian event producer in LA, period.
I think
I would say
a lot
the
of people.
only,
Yes.
almost. Is it the only?
I'm one of the only ones that has like a company that produces multiple events.
Right.
Like a lot of these other parties, they just
There's
have
like
one
Futch
party. Futch is a party.
Ass.
Gay Ass is a party.
Right.
The Ruby Fruit is a Ruby Fruit. You know,
Yeah.
is the restaurant.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like I'm a company and then I have multiple events within it. So sometimes people get confused because if they only come to one event, say Hidden Hearts, and then they look up Hidden Hearts on Instagram, that doesn't exist. Like I don't have a Instagram page for each individual party.
That would be
it's the
too
one
much.
Instagram, the group of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
The themes.
Yeah.
I think every listener in LA who's a lesbian who would go to your parties already knows about them. But could you also just tell us, just in case there's someone listening,
Or maybe if they're in New York
or
and
maybe if they're in New York,
coming
thinking,
to LA.
Should I go to LA? Are there cool lesbian events there? Could you give us just like a quick rundown? Of the events?
So Damn Good Dyke Nights started actually in 2019 as just Open Dyke Night, which was my first party I did by myself, which is a piano bar karaoke night in Hollywood. And that one kind of blew up. And then after that, I created Hidden Hearts, which is another party, but it has, there's a sticker system that you wear, different stickers that mean different things. It's kind of like a dating mixer
it's
night.
so cute. It's like if you're single or you're taken or open.
I've heard about this.
It's a really good way to meet
And people go nuts for the stickers, I tell you. They chase the sticker. We call them the sticker sister or the sticker boy. And they wear the sticker strap on, which is holds all the stickers. So that party started in 2022. And then later a year later, I started Hot Flash, which is the 30 plus
I love
crowd.
Hot Flash.
And then after Hot Flash was Hotter Flash, the 40 plus crowd.
Brilliant.
And then there's Sapphic Swims, which is a summertime series of a night swim event to meet people and swim and enjoy the warm summer nights of LA. But yeah, like it's just, and I've had a lot of one-off and like kind of like niche random ones. I did a Panic at the Dyke show, which is like emo Dyke night. And then Dyking Through the Decades. That was the music changed every hour based on the decade. So if you're sensing, there's a theme to every party. Like I like to have something that is niche and unique, and that's why you're going. Whether it be the audience that it's bringing in, or the program, or the party vibe. There's something to do, or something a part of every event. And I also just like to work with really nice venues. I try to use venues that other people aren't using, and try to do things all around the city. Like last night we were in downtown LA for our first ever Hot Flash at La Lola Rooftop.
How was that?
It was gorgeous. It was raining, but
I went to the Hot Flash before that at that really nice hotel in West Hollywood.
Yeah, one hotel,
and I was like, I am never going to a party with people under 30 ever again.
Yeah, we like to have nice cocktails, and we have, it's just like a little bit more of an upscale crowd. It's not like, at El Cid or at like the Virgil. I mean, I did do one party there for a while, but I left that one. But it's like, it's like just a little bit more elevated. Yeah. And sometimes, like we try to make drinks affordable, but they're a little sometimes like pricier. But like, we also are with ticket prices, we try to like help people out. If you do need a discount, like always willing to help people out. And, you know, the music, we also bring in DJs that like kind of go with the crowd and or fit. Like if it's an over 30, we get an over 30 DJ. Over 40, we get over 40 DJ. You know, just trying to bring a vibe that
and bring people together.
Yeah, bring
and
people together.
You were telling us before we started, like if there's someone alone, you said it was so sweet.
I moved to LA in 2011 from Cleveland, Ohio, and I was queer. I was out, but I was still finding myself and like definitely like kind of not shy, but you know, I didn't know anyone. And so I would go to the Abbey or go to this club and just by myself and just kind of wait for people to talk to me. And it was really awful sometimes. Like you just stand there and it's hard. So whenever I see someone who's standing by themselves, I really try to go up and talk to them and meet them. And if anything, introduce them to other people that are alone. At Hidden Hearts, we have the community corner table, which we put games at, and it's there's a sign that says like this table is reserved for solo attendees. So if you can't come alone, go sit at that table and you can play Jenga or cards and meet other people that are also solo.
That's so sweet.
I know.
I love that.
Yeah. I was wondering, I haven't been to any of your events because I am not normally a fan of parties and like loud overstimulating things with a lot of people and drinking and loud music and stuff. So I was wondering if there were any events for people like me.
Yeah, I would say, you know, well, Hidden Hearts, we've switched venues at a lot of, sometimes venues don't work out. So I would say Hidden Hearts used to be at a venue where the music was quieter because we had like noise ordinances and we had the community corner table. But now we're at High Tops and it's a little louder, but there's still like the patio where it's a bit quieter and there's games. And Sapphic Swims, like that party's from 6 to 10 p.m. Like it's an early evening event. Like not every party has to go until 2 a.m. Like like I said, we're in our 30s. Who's out till 2 a.m.?
I'm not in my 30s yet, but I'm very close. I'm gonna hold on to it.
Yeah, you're weeks away.
I'm literally weeks away.
I didn't know that you came to Hot Flash.
I remember, it's disgusting. But I did have a 30+ person who brought me, and that's allowed.
Then I'll let it slide this time. No, we actually are. We're not super strict on the ages. Like you know, if you're close to your 30s or coming with people and vice versa, like that's fine. But yeah, I always try to make like a space where there's the dance floor where it's loud and then there's always like a quieter area, like a patio. Like I'm not a huge fan of like one giant open space of just loud music and dancing because there are people that just want to talk and don't really want to rage. And so I think you should check it out sometime. Come to an event.
Which one should I go to that would be the most
do you like musical theater?
Yes.
I would say open Dyke night. It is like, it's loud, but it's like piano bar loud. It's a piano player and it's karaoke and it's like community and people are like singing Wicked and singing Rent and singing songs and it's really wholesome and really cute. And if not that, I would say Hidden Hearts because of like the games and like the patio and it's, or honestly, all of them. Come to every event and I'll make sure every event.
I feel like you need like a meditation sound bath.
That
event.
There's also to me. There's also always new events. Like I'm always coming up with new ideas and trying to create new things. So I will take this into heart and see if maybe we can. Oh, actually, oh my God, I forgot. See you next Tuesday. I have a weekly Tuesday party.
Oh, that's right here, right?
Yeah, at Holy Water. That is your event. It's chill. There's no DJ. It's just music.
Great.
And there's games in the back and there's delicious cocktails. If you do smoke cannabis, that's right next to the woods and you can like go to the woods and smoke weed and then
so close
and then
by.
come back. Yeah. It's a really chill small hangout event.
Let's go to this.
To go. Okay.
It's really, and it's not like crowd. It's just kind of like a after work kind of wind down, have a drink. I don't know why I forgot about it because it's not a monthly, it's a weekly. It's and I don't go every Tuesday because it's hard, but I'll try to let me know if you want to go and I'll meet you there and we'll have a chat and chill.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Should we get into how we all know each other?
Yes. Oh my God. Okay. Yenta's. We're about to get Yentaing. So this is real. Honestly, buckle your seatbelt.
This is my secret.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
Okay. So my first 2 weeks in LA. I'm on Hinge, as one is.
Sure.
And I see the wonderful Anna Goodman.
The hottest person you've ever seen.
The hottest person I've ever. Anna Goodman, my type.
Oh, wow.
Dyke,
check.
Ambitious,
check.
social,
check.
Jewish.
Check.
I was like, we're gonna get married.
Obviously.
And now you say your side of the story.
I was on
the
Hinge,
same thing,
and I saw this person. I'm like, they kind of look like me. And I was like, they're not. I do tend to date more feminine women.
Right.
And I will say Raye was like a little out of the box for me. Like I was taking a risk. I was like, you know what? This person seems cool. They seem funny. Like I bet we'd get along. You know, why not? And so, and I'm always down to meet people. And
I asked you out, right?
I honestly do not remember if who liked who. I don't know if we can go back in the app.
Can we pull it up?
No, I don't want to.
It was like 3-4 years ago.
So far back. I don't know if we could. We could,
Yeah,
you want to
yeah.
try?
Should we look?
Definitely, we couldn't go that
I mean, the
far back.
conversation, while we're looking, you look, and
Yeah.
I'll talk about it. Like the conversation was great. Like we really did hit it off. We went to Surly Goat.
Right here, Surly Goat. My
Amazing.
favorite first date spot, by the way. You're the first person I brought there. I brought like 7
Wait,
people.
didn't I
since
choose
then.
it? Because you were brand new. I definitely chose it, I think.
Maybe.
Well,
so then maybe I
let's
took
find
it
out.
from
We'll
you.
look
Okay,
in
fine.
Yeah, we
Anyway.
shall see.
We just had it. We sat at the bar and we chatted, and you told me about your engineering and I talked about, but I will say, I mean, Raye will always hold this against me. I feel like I came off really douchey because I was like, everyone knows me in this town. And they brought that up every single time.
She's like, everybody knows me. I'm queen of the lesbians.
No, but it was.
And I didn't know Anna. I didn't know anyone. I didn't know.
But Raye did not believe me. Raye was like, really?
I was like, okay, Anna. And then I was
hadn't heard of her.
I was proven very wrong.
I know, and that's what was so funny because after the date, we kept running into each other, and Raye would be like,
let's say what happened after the date, which is that you texted me like saying you just want to be friends.
Yeah.
Did I ask you out again?
I think no, but you did show up to the JQ Impact Awards, and I was like, "Wow, this person is like really stalking me right now." Because I was like, "How did?"
Do you know how I got an invite to that?
Todd. Yeah,
because he read my script and wanted me to meet Joey Soloway.
Oh yeah, Joey was hosting.
Nothing to do with you.
And I was like, I felt like you were trying to get closer to me. Like she was finding me at work.
That would
Did you
be
know Anna
psychotic.
was affiliated with JQ?
I guess because we spoke about it.
I was still working full time for them.
Yeah,
I wasn't.
But you were the last thing on my mind, to be honest.
No, but it's funny because my ex-girlfriend was there.
Yes,
and I remember she thought, like, I feel like she thought like you were like being a little shade, like you were.
I was definitely really awkward with you there because
I feel like I made you nervous.
You did. Yeah, you did.
But
I mean, I was more nervous about Joey. The whole thing was really on.
You were brand new to this.
I didn't know anyone.
Was this your first JQ event?
Yes.
Okay, was this the event that Jay?
Yes.
Okay, so
it's an event the whole JQ community. Apparently, I made a very big impact because I wore this purple suit.
Yes.
And everybody was like, who's this person in a purple suit?
I have heard someone say that this was a splash in the
Liana also brought it up.
Yes, in the LA Jewish community was Raye's debut at this JQ event, which definitely had nothing to do with
there
you.
because I was in love with Anna Goodman.
Yeah, that's why they were there. And this was not just like any event. This was like the gala, like the fun, like the most prestigious, like highest kind of expensive event to raise money for JQ.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, like they're coming to the gala and like
how
dressing up.
How did you think I got an invite? How did you think I got?
I did find out through Todd, and I was just like, but I thought you were like trying to volunteer, but then like there was no volunteer spots left,
so I just showed up.
And I think like someone was like, we're trying to get this other volunteer. Their name's Raye, and I was like, oh god.
No, so after our date, Anna, I wanted to go out again. Anna texted me being like, hey, you know, I just want to be friends. Like, you're not my usual type.
But I did like you and stuff. I did. Yeah. Well, okay. We forgot an important part of the date was you did ask to kiss me at the end of the date.
Yeah.
And what did you say?
And I said no. Oh God, I'm sorry.
I'm heartbroken.
No. And like the thing is, our conversation felt great. There just wasn't like a romantic vibe for me. It just felt like I was like hanging out with a friend. Like,
I get it.
And like I know, but I will say like years have gone by. Yes. We got past the awkwardness.
We definitely got past it. But you're skipping past so much. Are you doing that to be nice to me?
What else?
Because afterwards I acted like a total idiot.
What did you do?
Because there was this party that I don't know if it was one of your parties, but like I went with a girl that I was like loosely seeing, and I was very drunk. Do you not remember this?
I don't know. Wait, keep talking. It'll true.
This is actually, I hope you don't remember because it's so embarrassing. I was really drunk. I was feeling hurt and rejected.
Yeah.
And Anna was there, and I like made out with this other girl in front of Anna to like try to make you jealous.
To get her back.
I don't think I saw. Thank God you don't remember that. No, because I was like, I was so messy. This was so messy of me.
I love Baby Raye.
And
for Baby Raye.
It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was not that long ago. And then I was so embarrassed the next day. And I texted you being like, I'm really sorry. These texts I can find.
Yeah.
I'm so embarrassed.
I probably was like, it's fine. I don't care. Like I was.
Yeah,
I was trying to be cool, like chill. I think
because you didn't care, and
and I feel
great.
I
good
bet
for you.
I will say I've been in a situation like what you were in with me.
Yeah.
And I did feel like a little bad because I was like, I don't want them to feel like I don't like uncomfortable, and this is. Like it sucks being rejected, and I didn't want, but what was funny is we kind of had this like flirty sass for a while, even though because you would be like, have you met Chelsea? I'm like, Chelsea, good to see you. Like I knew them. And then Ray was just like, of course, like they know everyone. And I was like, told ya.
That's exactly it.
This is a good bit.
Yeah. We had
like
a frenemies banter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I kind of liked.
Which was very fun. Yeah.
Queen of the lesbians versus queen of the non-binaries.
Yeah, no, that's what. Then Anna, you were like to me, you might be queen of the Jewish lesbians, but I'm queen of the lesbians.
Yeah. Yeah, you got me now on the Jewish thing. Yeah. With the podcast, the comedy. Like, I'll give that title to you.
So stupid. Listeners, I don't this is all a joke.
No, it's not.
It's serious.
No, it's not. They're a megalomaniac.
Yeah.
They make me call them emperor.
Oh my God.
I'm being held hostage.
Emperor, queen, emperor. I can't. Okay. Yeah, and then I guess that kind of rounds out the story. Yeah. And then we started. When do you think we started like being friendlier again?
I think just seeing each other more at events and like talking in groups with other people.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, we have other mutual friends, and it just kind of that's what happens.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people that's like, I mean, we went on one date, but I'm like friends with my exes. I'm friends with like people I used to hook up with or whatever. I really like it. Sometimes it takes a while. It can take a month or 2 months or a year. Mm-hmm. But I really like
to have. It's so funny to be like, we needed time.
Yeah, we needed time to get over that
one big date.
Yeah. One date. Our big date.
It was so silly.
It was November 7th. Dude, that's just I don't know. I don't know when it was.
And you have it tattooed on your bicep.
I know. That Ray does.
Surly goat forever.
Oh, I'm just realizing that like because your work is literally like lesbian community, that dating for you is like always dating in the workplace.
Yeah. I like that's another reason it is important for me to be friends and cordial with people after dating, because I want them to still come out and enjoy the events, and it would be awful if they like felt like they couldn't come because I'm there or they felt uncomfortable. And so I try, obviously, sometimes you need time, but I want people to feel safe and it's okay. And and my girlfriend, I told her like I said, I was like, I'm gonna be talking about some stuff on the podcast. I hope that's and I will say, like, I think she's learning about that too, because I think it is hard when you're dating someone who knows everyone, who's like, and like there's lots of people I've dated and slept with that are around all the time. So, but I give her a lot of grace, and she's, I mean, you know, we're good. We're good. We figured it out.
Tell us about your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Tell us everything. How did you meet? How long have you been together? Why is she not me?
So Jamie,
Thank God you laughed at that. That was a big risk.
Well, so Jamie and I met. Well, so we actually met on Tinder in 2019, but we've been together for almost a year. We had our date anniversary is coming up on December 15th, our first like official date. But we've known each other since 2019 because we matched on Tinder, and then we were like chatting on Tinder, but then like I don't know if it was going anywhere, but then we were at Gay Astrology, the party. And I look over and I said, oh my God, I think I've matched with that chick. And so I went up and I started talking to her, and it was like we were hitting it off and having a good time. But little did I know that she was kind of like on a date with someone at Gay Ass. And so I like went to the bathroom and went and got a drink. And then when I came back to find her, she was like making out with this other person. And I was like, and I was kind of drunk, and she knows this.
And then you tried to make her jealous by making out with someone in front of her? That's such a dumb move.
Whoa, who would do that? That's crazy.
I was like mad. I remember being mad. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I thought we had something, you know? And it really, like, we did not start off on a good foot. Like and at the end of that night, like she found me later and she's like, hey, I just want to like make sure we're cool. Like, just so you know, like I'm not with that person. I can't even be with anyone right now. I just got out of a relationship, and we went and got tacos. And so, and then we kind of just became friends, and I would see her at all these parties and see her out. The whole pandemic happened, and we just stayed in touch, and she was just kind of this friendly, flirty person that I would talk to, but I'm like, oh, well, we already tried dating, so that's not going to happen. And then last year, she was at Hidden Hearts and like chatting with my friends, and my friend Karina was like, she's like, what about this Jamie person? Like, you guys seem to really hit it off. Like, why aren't you dating? And I just said, well, we tried that. It didn't work out. But then I thought about it. I was like, well, that was like 4 years ago. And
like, you didn't try.
We didn't try. We like had one encounter. Right. But she was not ready to be in a relationship back then. And so we remained friends, and I like it took a couple months, but I finally like let her knew and then I really like got fixated on it. I was like, wait, I do like her. Like she's, cause she makes me laugh, and I'm super attracted to her. And finally I told her how I felt, and like you actually, Ray, I got rejected. No. Like, she rejected me at first. Yeah. She was like, oh no, we're just friends. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, okay.
How did you tell her?
It was after a party. Oh God. It was after a party. And, I actually, cause we were at this like party called Lesbos. That was kind of like a Greek inspired, like sapphic event. And at that party we were playing Spin the Bottle. Hot. And there was like lesbians making out, and I kept waiting for the fucking bottle to land on her, and it never did. But I made out with other people that night. She made out with other people that night. And so when I drove her home, and in the car I was like, so I need to tell you how I feel. And I told her how I felt. And I said, maybe if we just like kissed, like to see how it felt, like we would know.
Wow. It's like
I was like, well, we both, and she was like,
try it out.
I know, maybe we just try. And so we did, and it was incredibly awkward. And I was like, oh no, this has made it worse.
At least she didn't reject the kiss.
She didn't reject, no, but I think she didn't want it to happen. It was bad. And so for a while after that, I was like, buried my head in the sand, and but I kept like the flirting momentum up. And then I said, well, do you want to go see this like musical with me? And I got us tickets to see A Christmas Story musical at the Amundsen.
Oh my God.
Great.
And
probably the most romantic musical there is.
Yes. So we had been texting like friends, and it was really fun and flirty, but friendly. And she had told me she just wanted to be friends. But I said, well, you still go see the show with me. And so she came with me. We had a few drinks, And then it just got really flirty, and she ended up kissing me that night.
Ha.
And I think for a while it was like weird because she kind of was like rejecting her feelings towards me because she saw me as a friend, and it's really hard to change that narrative in your head, you know? And then, but we kept going, and I will say she likes to move very slow, which was hard for me because I like to move really fast, but I, you know, stuck with it, and now we're almost a year in. So, yeah.
My God, it's so serious now. Are you monogamous?
Yes, we're monogamous.
How is it being monogamous in the LA queer community, which is very poly?
I mean, I think it's complicated sometimes. Like, I think it's also, I haven't been in a relationship for a long time, and I was so used to just being like doing whatever I want. And like part of me, like I'd say Jamie is a bit more, like more traditional and monogamous. And I could be in a poly relationship, but you know, I want to respect her feelings and how she operates, and I want us to have a healthy and like successful relationship. So I am doing the monogamy thing. But sometimes it's hard, but like relationships are hard work, but when you love each other, you make it happen. You make it work. Yeah.
I feel like the poly thing is coming back around. Like, people are really hating on poly people.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing wrong.
Like, monogamous is becoming cool
the
again.
pendulum
almost.
is swinging
It's
back.
swinging
Yeah.
back.
Like, I support either decision you want to make, like,
Yeah.
or however you want to live your life. And I think it's possible to do both. Like, you can be in a poly relationship with someone, and then you can be in a monogamous. It's like it's person to person, you know?
Did you have to like announce to the queer community, like, hey, I'm in a monogamous relationship. Do not flirt with me at my parties?
No, but we did a very subtle like Instagram story hard launch. It was actually Dyke Day was the official. So our first date was December 15th. And then we were dating for like 6 months before it was official. And then after Dyke Day, because it got like to that point where it was like, this is Jamie, like this is I didn't want to say my friend, but I couldn't say girlfriend. And so after Dyke Day, I was like, she met so many friends and so many people, a lot of people. And I was like, can we just like make this official already? Like, and you know, and we
just administratively, that would be easier.
Yeah. Administrative. It's just a label. Nothing. Yeah.
You know, it's just help for taxes.
Yeah.
If you could just be my girlfriend.
What do you think about living with someone before you get married?
That, of course. Oh my God. That's like,
I know, that's kind
we're
of
queer.
Yeah, sorry. I was in a straight.
What year is it? 1950? Is it 1955 over here?
Yeah.
Like,
what do you think about it, Ray?
I had like a whole argument with this like big group of straight people last night.
Really?
About
I think you have to.
Whether or not you know, it's better to live with someone before you get married.
What kind of straight people? Religious straight people?
Yeah. I guess more like traditional straight people. Yeah. But I'm actually on the side. He's looking at my face.
He's licking
this
your
is
toes.
Real Patreon porno content.
Yeah.
He's bringing the sexy.
He's licking.
We have a young Jewish man licking my feet.
Yeah.
And we've been getting a lot of Antonia feet comments.
Well, from Mari, basically was like, Antonia,
like-
I cannot believe you're showing your feet for free. So I actually, in all the clips, have started cropping out
your feet.
Yeah, no
feet.
free feet. My friend
No
Kate
free
taught me
feet.
that. I
Go
didn't
to
know
the
it was a thing,
Patreon.
but
The thing is, I just refuse to wear socks if I don't have to.
Yeah, don't.
I feel
I'm
like
sorry.
it's sock weather right now, though. It's so cold and it's 65 degrees.
Yesterday, I was so cold. I bought 2 sweatshirts in a
Wow.
fugue state. I know.
Yeah.
That's
LA freezing. LA winters.
That's how
you.
crazy I am. I bought 2 sweatshirts that I needed to buy.
So I don't want to live with my partner before I get married. Did you live?
Really?
You lived with
Wait,
Artem.
how
Oh yeah,
not?
for years.
Wait, go on. Sorry. Yeah.
I think it's just because I'm
Why don't you
want to
live together
anymore? Like, I feel like that is still so deeply brainwashed into me.
Yeah.
And I'm not against it I just feel like for me, like I like the idea of something changing after you get married. Because I feel like Like something like physical change.
Until you find out how they fold their shirts.
Do you feel like there could be something else that you could change after marriage that is not living together means that you're navigating being roommates which is a very stressful transition at a very emotional time of your life, and people do it all the time, and that's fine, but you might be setting yourself up for some conflict,
of course,
at a very emotional time. And you could pick something else to change.
like what
I don't know. It could be, I mean, what you call each other changes. It could be, it depends on how big you want it to be. It could be
as big as living together.
I think you have to live with someone before you get married. Like
joining bank accounts. You could.
I mean, you could.
How do you guys
sharing a car? I don't know.
We have separate bank accounts, and then we have one shared savings account.
And you just do like deposit a certain amount a month.
Yeah, and I mean, like we have such split bank accounts that he literally Venmos me his rent every month.
Oh,
isn't that funny?
Yeah. Okay.
But that's fine.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Oh, I definitely.
Are you guys talking about marriage?
No, not yet. No, well, like I said, we like to move slow.
Yeah.
And I think it's healthy, and like we don't live together, but we spend time at each other's apartments, and I also I am very organized and clean.
Yeah.
And like things a certain way. I'm a Taurus. I don't know if we care about zodiacs or astrology on this podcast, but and Jamie is a little more like, she's an Aquarius. She can be a little messy, and she's a costumer, so she's always sewing, and there's fabric everywhere, and costumes and clothing racks, and so I we just live our lives differently. Our apartments or styles are different. Yeah. And so, we have no interest in moving in together yet.
And nor do you ever have to.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My uncles have been together for 40 years and they still don't live together.
Your gay uncles?
My gay uncles.
I didn't know you had gay uncles.
Oh, I have iconically gay uncles.
That don't live together.
Yeah, they live in Manhattan, and they both have apartments within semi-walking distance of each other.
I love that.
Honestly,
and
that's healthy.
Been together for 40 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's also my, again, orthodox brainwashing that's okay, the goal is to get married. That's a stupid, not whatever.
See, I actually,
it's a very limited worldview of what a relationship is.
And it also is a worldview that is supported by a lot of community support. So when you're in the Orthodox community and you move in together immediately, after knowing each other for a couple months and then getting married so quickly, you have all of this social support for how to navigate that, and you do not have that social support in the secular world.
That's interesting.
Or the queer world.
Yeah, what kind of social support?
Well, first of all, you see a lot of couples before you navigating it,
right?
And so you have this language for how to do it, and how it's normal that as soon as you get married, you go through this huge change.
Yeah.
The change.
And you're also usually 20 when you're
exactly.
doing
And
that's
you can
so
also
insane.
you have
I know.
You normally have your parents cooking you meals and helping you clean your apartment.
That's true, yeah.
For the first couple of years. So there's just a huge amount of support. I just think that if you do want to live with your spouse, which you don't have to, but if you do, I recommend navigating that before marriage, because it's a huge stressor and it's going to take a lot of negotiation.
And also in Los Angeles, it's so hard to get an apartment that's big. I think it's important for everyone to have their spaces. I have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. I've lived in my same apartment, by the way, since 2011, rent control.
Wow.
In West Hollywood.
How much do you pay?
Can I say that on here?
Yeah, it's up to you.
I pay
you.
$1,900 a month for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in
amazing.
West Hollywood. But I've lived there for so long. But I have I have my my bedroom, and then I have my office, guest room. But like if I were to move in with Jamie, like she needs like a sewing room, like she needs a studio sewing room. So like to find an affordable apartment, like 3-bedroom or 4, but it's like the space, like I think living
that place,
like could never live in a 1-bedroom with one person with another person.
Yeah,
it's just you need to have space from each other.
Agreed.
So my husband and I lived in a studio.
Oh God,
for 3 years. It was the size of this room plus the kitchen.
Yeah,
for 3 years. And then when we moved to a 1-bedroom, we both got so stressed out. We were like, I was like, oh my God, there are moments of the day when I can't see him.
Oh, and that stressed you out? I'd be like, thank God, I need those moments.
That's so sweet.
I know. It was like, well, if we got engaged when we were in the studio, and we were like, yeah, I mean, if we could do studio for 3 years, like,
yeah, that's impressive.
We're fine.
You must have a very strong, solid relationship.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Are you both, or are you organized? Are you clean? Or in a small space? No,
neither of us have high standards of cleanliness, which is why it works so great.
Well, yeah, at least you have agreed. Because I think it's hard when one person is and the other person's not. That's where the fighting starts, and that's when it gets complicated.
We're on the same page, which is like, if you walked into our apartment, you wouldn't think, oh, this is filthy.
Yeah,
but you would be like, I feel comfortable here to make a mess if I had to.
Yeah, it's like a clean clutter.
Clean clutter.
Yeah.
Clean, like lived in clean.
Like it's not dirty.
That's
cozy.
Lived in.
There's a difference between like messy and dirty.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, sometimes we walk that line.
Oh no.
Okay, sometimes it's a little dusty.
What?
That's okay.
That's the smog. It's LA. The smog makes it really dusty here.
Exactly.
Did you learn something like totally different about each other when you moved in together?
Yeah.
What?
Well, it was exactly this is like
the clean stuff.
Yeah, but it's not just cleanliness. It's just the things you prioritize and the things that are just worth even discussing. Like, and cleanliness and housekeeping is the mirror that will reflect all of this back at you. Like, if you feel like it's really, really important for them to load the dishwasher like a sane person and not like an absolute insane.
Who has a dishwasher?
Yeah, just don't have a dishwasher. That solves everything.
Solves it. But if your thing is like, oh my God, the way they load the dishwasher is so fucked up insane. That is such a good relationship moment for you to actually ask yourself if the way you load the dishwasher even matters.
But
if
like,
using
if
a coaster matters.
If that's the thing, if you like think you're gonna be together and then they like load the dishwasher badly and that breaks up your relationship.
No, that means something's wrong, but you would be so surprised, and you don't.
And I weigh in here.
Ray,
I'm taking it all in.
You don't have a roommate right now, and there is nothing that makes you feel like a good roommate other than not having a roommate. You feel like you are prepared to be the world's most understanding roommate, and then your partner comes in and starts leaving water stains on every single surface because they're not using a coaster.
They would never do that.
Okay, they do something else.
Good luck.
They do something else, and
this is why you have to live together.
I know.
Find out.
And then if you are in the wrong relationship mindset, you start adding these small things to a laundry list of resentments that you first of all think are important enough to have a resentment about, or you're not a good communicator and you don't know how to just be like, hey, could you stop doing this water stain thing? That's dumb.
Like it's about communication. It's like not holding a grudge and and not, you have to say, or like showing signs. Like, so if I every time like put my drink on the on the coffee table, then, and you would just go like this every time, then I'd start seeing, oh, they don't like when I don't use the coaster. And then like you'd start to notice, you have to notice things. And But then, oh, sorry, I need to wipe that
off. And you left the water stain, Anna.
Sorry. I use coasters at my house too.
Yeah. You two are getting divorced.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's never working.
And it's such a skill to know either if you should make a thing about the water stains, if you should just honestly decide that you can live a life with water stains, or if you can't live a life with water stains, how to bring it up in a way that makes that person feel like they are not a shitty person, like they're not the problem. Like what I would recommend is language. you need to talk about how you have a process problem here. It's not them. Somehow the process of cups and coaster management is breaking down.
I always feel so whenever I have a problem with a friend or with a partner or whatever. My sister is a therapist and I'm in therapy. Go therapy. Brave. But it's using that I feel language. Yeah. So like I feel like a little disrespected that you are leaving water stains on my furniture that I take care of, and to me, it makes me feel like you don't care. Yeah. And then they say, whoa, I didn't even realize I was doing that. And then like, well, how can we change this moving forward? Yeah. It's not about like, you do this, you do that. It's how I feel, like how it makes you feel. So that way you're not like targeting them. You're just like sharing your feelings.
And to be honest, I wouldn't even say just that. I would sandwich it. I would start with
You're good at that.
With making it so clear that this is not a relationship breakup thing, and that even though I feel a little disrespected, feeling disrespected feels like a relationship ending term. Yeah. And so I would be really clear upfront to be like, this is a me thing. Mm-hmm. I'm a lunatic about the water stains. This is a me problem. I can't get over the fact that this is happening, and I know rationally you're not disrespecting me because you love me, and I just want to be clear, I'm never leaving you over the water stains. But the water stains are driving me crazy. So I'd do the I thing. I'd sandwich it with making sure they know I'm not abandoning them over something this dumb. Then I would say the thing that I'm feeling, and I think you're right that showing the emotional gravity of it is helpful for them to know, just so they know how intensely you're feeling. But then I would end it by saying every household chore is a process problem. The system is not working. They're not the problem. If they're leaving their clothes everywhere, it's not because they're lazy, it's because there's not a better solution. So that's what's going on, with the water stains. There's not a better solution right now.
The coasters.
Exactly. Yeah. So coasters is a better solution, or even getting a different kind of table is
or
a better solution.
Using a different cup that doesn't sweat. Yeah.
Or maybe the solution is just they needed to know how serious it is, and then they try. And even if after they know how serious it is, they're still doing it, then that shows you the process really is wrong. And then it's like, it's a problem outside of you two. It's not them being lazy and disrespectful. It's like, our systems aren't holding up to this. Sorry, that's my rant.
Well, this got heavy relationship advice here.
I know. Yeah. Is there anything that you and Jamie like? I don't want to say fight about, but like an issue that comes. No, we don't have to talk about it.
Let's not get it.
Okay, good. Never mind.
I want to keep some of it private,
and I respect that.
Yeah,
and that's
but one thing I'll say, what we love to do, she loves dressing up, I love dressing up. Ooh. And I think that's what's been really fun about our relationship is we go to the Renaissance Fair. Yeah. For Halloween, we like busted out like hardcore we each had 3 different costumes that we both all made. So I did my first costume was the Bumblebee tuna mascot. If you eat tuna, the mascot, the bee with the stripes
there.
And she went as Fran Drescher from The Nanny.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
Spectacular.
And then the second costume we did The Labyrinth, Sarah and Jareth from Labyrinth. Have you seen that movie? Mm-mm. Oh my God, you guys.
Sorry. I saw you at Haunted Hearts.
Yeah, and then that one was
amazing.
She was Chapel Roan, like an icon. People thought she was Chapel Roan.
That costume was unbelievable.
And she made it. She sewed and bought the fabric and made the dress and styled the wig and all the things. And then I was Megan Fox from Jennifer's Body. Yes. And I was in a full-on wig and a push-up bra. Yeah. And I wore this heart hearted hoodie that I hand drawed every single heart on it, like with a Sharpie. Because we're crazy. Yeah, she likes to say like she's a manic crazy costumer. Like we go hard. We're going to this like Christmas fair in a few weeks, the Great Dickens Christmas Fair, where you dress up and wear like Victorian kind of, old clothing, and
that's so fun.
It'll be
sounds
cute.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's just really fun and playful and something different. And I mean, my whole life has been queer events. And and I think the best thing about having a relationship is not going to the queer events, because I've gone for so many years, but a lot of us go to those queer events to meet people, to meet a partner. And so once you have that, like, I don't necessarily need to go as much, but also I run them. So I go to the ones I run. I try to go to others, but like I've been like sort of stepping away to spend time with Jamie, like outside of the queer community, which has been really, really nice too. Yeah.
I want to transition to a segment that we call Matzah Minute.
Okay.
Matzah Minute.
That's the theme song.
Ooh, beautiful.
Yeah, we paid a composer a lot to come up with it. And the rules of this segment are we ask you short questions that take about a minute to answer.
Okay.
And if you don't want to answer them, you have to eat a piece of matzah. Can you digest matzah?
I can digest matzah.
Great.
And it's really stale.
Oh, great. How long has this one been in the pantry?
Well, you can kind of do the math from one Passover last time.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
I think even before Passover.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So just answer the questions and then you'll be fine.
I'm sure I can do that.
Okay. Here, throw in questions if you have them.
Yeah, I'm thinking of it.
Lesbians are famous for creating taxonomies of exactly what kinds of lesbians they are. Mm-hmm. What kind of lesbian are you?
I am I like to say like feminine androgynous kind of STEM character. Is that
STEM like science, technology?
No, not stud femme. I'm androgynous feminine. So like I dress masculine. I would never call myself a mask, but I dress masculine, but I have kind of like a feminine personality. So if that's what you meant, but did you mean like physical? Yeah, whatever. I used to say small town androgynous femme because I'm or Midwest
cute.
Small town androgynous femme.
I love that.
Yeah.
Who rank these gay icons from best to worst? Jojo Siwa, Chapel Roan, Mari Taryn.
Mari is a gay icon.
Shout out Mari. Mari was the judge on a Haunted Hearts costume party.
Gay icon.
I didn't do much. They just kind of stood on the back and then we decided together. Yeah. And also I wanted to give Jamie, my girlfriend, the winner, but I thought that would be biased, so I didn't. Yeah. But I'd say Chapel Roan, Mari, Jojo. From best to worst.
Wow, controversial.
Sorry, Jojo. Yeah. I'm not a fan of Jojo.
Yeah.
What kind of Jew are you?
I'm like a bagels and lox Jew. I'm a Seinfeld Jew. I'm a sometimes goes to shul for the holidays Jew. That's culturally Jewish, and I was raised conservative Jewish in Ohio, but like I don't really go to temple anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, apologize to us.
I know. I'm sorry, you guys. But I know the Via Hafta by heart. I know Hebrew. I know the prayer. I know the Saturday morning service like the back of my hand. Yeah.
Wow.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of Hebrew. Like I know the prayers, but I can't speak Hebrew. I don't can read Hebrew, know the prayers, but I can't have a conversation with someone in Hebrew.
What's the kinkiest thing you've ever done?
Kinkiest thing? I mean, like in the bedroom privately with someone. One time,
where it is.
Yeah, I guess. Well, one time,
it could be
I'm like kind of kinky. I had this person I was seeing years ago, like tied me up, she's like
arm spread.
Yeah, arm spread, and feet, and it was like sensory play, and it was really, and they blindfolded me and put music in my ears and like did all this like sensory play on me, and it was really hot and fun. But I don't usually. I mean, I'm like fun, and we have. I'm like semi kinky, but I don't like go to. I don't really go to play parties. I don't really go. I don't wear leather, and like I did finally buy at San Francisco Pride. Jamie and I walked around and went to like the leather area, and I bought a little choker. Hot. And I've worn it once.
At Haunted Hearts, there were people like full on spanking each other.
Those are my friends.
Yeah, I was there.
It's funny. I have a lot of kinky friends that go to play parties that are poly and stuff, and I can have fun and I can do that, but it's not like my like go to. I'm not.
And then they tried to hit on my friend who was there with me. They tried to get her in their throuple.
Did they?
No,
and it
but
didn't work?
She went back to New York.
Oh.
Damn,
her loss. Yeah.
Well, failed party. What's the biggest drama in the LA lesbian community at the moment?
Oh my God. I mean, my drama or
just all drama, and then we're gonna get to your drama.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think the drama right now is like politics and like the Middle East. That's like the active in our queer community right now. But I don't know if that's necessarily like the drama between every individual. Like there's always dating drama and exes drama, and there's flyer drama. Like we apparently
gosh. Your flyer drama.
Yeah, so there was recently I do a party called Hotter Flash, and we posted our most recent flyer, and someone commented and said, oh, this is like this other event called Chic to Chic. And I was like, what? Huh? I never heard of this event. And like, I mean, we live in a town where there are so many queer parties. Like there's I mean, I know that most people know about Damn Good Dykes Nights, but there are so many other organizers and parties happening in this city. And I'd never heard of this party, but apparently our first flyer ever for Hotter Flash, which was in January of 2024, so almost a year ago, is very, very similar to this other party's flyer that happened 3 months before. And so like with this, it had the movie Bound, like those characters on it, and they were both lime green and both had this like vintage vibe.
Is it both? Are they both like just a Canva template?
I don't know. Ours isn't Canva. I don't think theirs is Canva either. I really just think like my partner Sorrel designed the flyer, and like they're like 45. Like they didn't know about this other event, like, and we didn't either. But it's like, we got called out and people were saying we copied this flyer and how dare we? And I was like, what? I've never seen this other event before. And there's many other flyers that didn't use the same images. It was just this one that looked very eerily similar. So we agreed to, they did come up with the design style first. So we agreed to change our design in our 1 year anniversaries coming up. But it was just like, oh my God, people are like calling me out, like more cancel culture shit, like come for me. And I swear on my 98-year-old grandma, Grandma Betty, we did not know about this other event and did not copy it. But people came for me anyway.
Yeah. I feel like you sometimes have the same problems as a rabbi.
That's
where
so good.
It's this really picky community that you are giving a lot of service to, that they are really grateful for. And sometimes they also just can't help but nitpicking the one thing that they're all focused on, which is you.
Yeah, that's true. Like people will have the best time at a party. They'll make so many friends, but then they'll message me and be like, so who was that DJ? The music really sucked last night. Like, I don't know why you guys didn't get, like people complain about the music all the time.
They complain because they care.
It's like the one person that's like,
yes, that's in Judaism at least.
Yeah,
I guess. They care.
If you're not complaining, they're not paying attention.
Right. And I'm like, you guys, if you don't like the music, then that's okay. Go to another party. Yeah. I'm not mad if you don't like. Yeah. I switch up. We switch up our DJs constantly. We try to like get range. I will say though, personal preference. I'm not a huge fan of house music and EDM. You're not gonna find EDM at a Damn Good Dykes Nights party. If that's what you want, I'm sorry to say, go somewhere else.
and go.
Yeah, but we try to mix it up, and if we can't please everyone.
You really can't.
You really can't.
You really can't.
So let's go to secrets. Before we go to secrets, I do just want to tell the listeners that there will be extra juice from this episode on Patreon. So we can't tell you what it's about.
No,
but it's
I think we
really
should tell
juicy.
them what it's about.
Okay, we'll tell you what it's about.
It's about
Israel,
Palestine,
Hot topic right now.
and the queer community, and very specifically Anna's experience with being called out on the internet.
Yeah.
Because of whatever. We won't say it, but
we'll get into it on the Patreon.
It's really good.
It's really interesting, and I think Anna has had an experience that is indicative of a lot of people's experiences, and you had a really interesting response to it. So go to the Patreon. You're going to love it.
Patreon.com/Yenta. But
now,
first, secrets.
Okay. Anna, you brought a secret?
Is this? Oh, yes. I gave you some choices.
Yes. No, you pick whatever you want.
Let me go to my notes again. 1 second. Secret.
I love that we've transitioned it to just be a guest secret.
I know.
Because we keep running out of time for our secrets.
No.
Okay, so this is a funny secret. It's a sex story.
Yes.
Perfect.
So one time I was hooking up with a girl. This was like 7 years ago, a long time ago. And we had a few drinks and we went back to my house and we started hooking up. And I mean, I will say she just had a very small vagina. Like, it was just a small, like, we were having fun.
Externally or internally?
Like, it just felt like everything was like really close together, you know, nothing wrong. Like, all vaginas are beautiful, you know?
Yeah.
And we were enjoying our time. And then it was dark. I was drunk. We were hooking up. And then I started to, you know, to penetrate her, like she, you know, and and she started going like absolutely crazy. Like, she was like, oh my God, like, this is amazing, like, whatever, but also just like freaking out. But she kept going. And then I felt something and I realized that I was not in her vagina hole.
Yep.
I was in her butthole.
Nice.
Sweet, bro.
And and I mean, like, I'm all for anal play and if people want that, but that was not on purpose.
What did you feel?
Poop.
I felt a poop.
Yeah.
Maybe this is for the Patreon. I don't know. I'm a little nervous.
I've been there. Oh yeah.
I felt a poop, and I was
Sometimes
like,
you're like, whoa.
Oh no.
This is
With Ardum?
Yep.
That's amazing.
I kind of not sure if I want to share this story now. I feel like maybe
so
I should
good.
tell
We're not
another
naming
one.
a name.
I know we're not naming a
Oh,
name,
no, I
but
think
I don't want to shame anyone that's in anal play. Like, that is fine. I'm
yeah,
all
anal
for it.
play
But
is
I was
great.
like embarrassed because I didn't do that on purpose, and but she really liked it and she was into it. And
Did
then,
you have like multiple fingers?
I think I had like 2, maybe. Yeah.
This is the thing that, like, I feel like people who aren't gay men don't really think about with anal play is that, like, there is prep involved to clear the poop out of the way. And people don't realize how close to the entrance your poop can sometimes
I'm like
be.
clenching my butt right now. Yeah.
And like I didn't realize how close to the entrance poop could be until I felt it on Artem, and I was like, whoops.
Yeah.
Wow.
It can be there. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like, and then I just pulled out and then it was
When you
fine.
felt it.
Yeah. When
And
I felt it, I feel
like if
And
you're
then did
using
you
a
have poop on your
toy,
hand?
no, because
if
was,
you're using a toy, it's like whatever, you'll wash the toy.
Right.
If
You
you're using your
wash-
fingers, maybe you might want to stop.
yeah.
But like, it's like fine.
It's
Yeah.
fine. I've only done anal play, but I've never like every time I've tried to like go deeper, it's been like, no, like just stay shallow.
On your body or their body?
On their body.
Oh yeah.
I always ask, obviously, like, you
Yeah.
know, and what people are
Except
into.
that
and
time.
Yeah, well, because it was a mistake.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Yeah,
and I
that's
felt
funny.
bad
Yeah.
after, but she liked
But she-
it. So
yeah.
she didn't stop
Great.
me. And
Good.
like, but yeah, normally I always ask. And like, a lot of women do not want that. And they're not
Yeah.
into it. And that's okay, you know, but it was just.
I
You
love
know,
this.
the-
Did you tell her that you felt poop?
No.
You didn't.
No. I
Did
didn't
you
want
tell
to
her that it
embarrass
was
her.
an accident?
No, we just kept. I kind of just pulled out and just like kind of smoothly went on with.
I
the
feel
other
like
things.
you could have told her in a chill, cool way and been like, because this is so funny.
Yeah, but I could also see how that could be embarrassing for someone.
Yeah, I could see
or
it
uncomfortable.
I feel like it would do a lot to help someone not feel embarrassed if the person who experienced it, you know how it's like you feel shame most when someone reacts like you should be embarrassed about something.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I should have but I think the thing is if it was someone I'd been dating for a long time and like was really comfortable with and we could like laugh about it and she'd be like, oops, whatever. But this was like, I think maybe our it wasn't our first, it was our second time hooking up. I think it was a second date. I remember. So it was like still relatively new. And
did you see her again?
No, not because of the poop. It was just
because of the poop.
It wasn't because of that. I just think
Anna Goodman hates anal.
Stop! No, do not say it's not true. I like a little, sometimes I like a little something action, something.
Big breaking news to the queer community.
Oh God! But yeah, I just that's my wrong hole story.
That's a good story.
Maybe it was the right story.
Yeah, it sounds like it was the right hole.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shout out to listeners if you want to do some anal play. My favorite hack is bidets can just be enemas.
I have.
Yeah. You just make sure it goes all the way.
It's spectacular.
I have one of those attachment on my toilet.
Yeah.
One of those. What are it's called? Tushy cleaners or whatever.
Did you install it yourself?
I did, and it was hard, but because it was leaking at first, but then I figured out I'm actually quite handy. I'm very DIY. I like to hang things and build things.
And you're a crafter.
I'm a crafter. I'm a costume maker.
I love that.
I'm a thrifter. We haven't even talked. This isn't a secret, but it's definitely not a secret because everyone knows that I have never been more devastated when the 99-cent store closed.
Oh,
that was really hard for me. I was a huge fan, and like I went there, I shopped there all the time.
For what? Like
groceries.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
This isn't. Yeah. So I'm a penny pincher. Like to save money. I like to thrift shop. I go to estate sales. But the 99 was like my go-to grocery store. And
I didn't know they sold groceries.
Oh my God. Yes, they have like real groceries.
Do they have like refrigerated? Like a lot of refrigerated.
They had
stuff?
oat milk and creamer and eggs and frozen stuff. And like sometimes you'd find like a lot of times like regular brands for cheaper or off. Test market items or overstocked items landed there. So that's how you got really good deals,
Well, there is a stolen 99-cent store shopping cart
in my building.
I actually saw that when I walked in.
Did you feel at home?
I did. I was like, oh, someone to remember the 99.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that was a great secret, Anna.
That was a great
secret.
It
was hard to share, but
it was great. I love a good butthole sex story. Love.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for being here.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yes. Thank you for having me. This was
here.
so fun and chill and easy to talk to both of you and let all of the stuff.
And we're gonna let out more stuff
on the Patreon. So listeners, first of all, thank you so much for listening to this entire episode. We're obsessed with you. But also, like, if you're still listening to this part of the episode, you're probably a little obsessed with us too. So go to our Patreon, patreon.com/Yenta. That's where you'll be able to see more juice from Anna Goodman. It's going to be a really good discussion. And also, while you're here, just give us 5 stars and leave a comment and share this.
And rate and subscribe.
And subscribe. Any button you can click, just click the button. It actually really, really helps. Every time someone clicks 5 stars, it means the algorithm sends us out to more people. And I think that we're kind of saving the world with this podcast. So that's on you. Tikkun olam. Anna, where can the people find you?
Well, you can find me, or you can find Damn Good Dyke Nights at damn.good.dyke nights on Instagram and damngoodDykeNights.com. And that's you can find my personal Instagram on there as well, but I won't say that on here, and they can just find it on the site. And all the links to all the tickets to events are on my website. There's a calendar, there's photos, and check it out. And I hope to see you at an LA Damn Good Dyke Nights, or we say DGDN event soon.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Ray, where can the people find you?
RaySchiller.com, at Ray Schiller on all platforms. January 6th, I'm doing a comedy storytelling event in LA at the Lyric Hyperion.
Huge. At Antonia Lestar on all social media platforms. AntoniaLestar.com for all of my show dates. If you're in London, you should come to my show at the end of December. And if you want to do Jewish singing events, go on my website for all of those details. Most of them are in LA. And we should have a sign off, but I was thinking maybe we could try to ask our guest to give us a good sign off.
Oh, what?
Anna, you have a sign off?
Do you have a sign off line?
No.
No.